On April 20th, 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil tanker exploded in the Gulf of Mexico, killing 11 crew members. The resulting oil spill lasted 3 months, endangering an ecology, a culture, a cuisine, and an industry. Thankfully, the coastal waters have reopened and most of the fishermen have returned to their livelihood. Unfortunately, due to the oil spill, national perceptions regarding the safety and quality of Gulf seafood have changed. The product and brand have been questioned despite rigorous vigilance and testing. On December 1st, over 300 chefs, restaurateurs, and the White House participated in Dine America by serving quality Gulf seafood. This America's Night Out for Gulf Seafood is a chef restaurant statement supporting the fishing families and their quality Gulf seafood catch.
We're really excited about December 1st. It is America's Night Out for Gulf Seafood, and it's called Dine America. And so we're inviting all of our guests to come in and enjoy the best that Commander's Palace and New Orleans has to offer. So we've got great recipes, we've got great enthusiasm, we've got all kinds of wines, but the star of the show is great Gulf seafood right from our local purveyors right off the dock. When I've spoken with all of my friends from around the country, one of the things they always ask me is Gulf seafood safe? And the resounding answer is yes, absolutely. And if people want to do their part to help the Gulf Coast get back on its feet, people really need to get out there and ask for Gulf seafood by name. It's safe, it's tested, it's what has made New Orleans and Louisiana great. And I implore people to get out there, enjoy it, because I really feel like it's the best seafood in all of the United States. It's fantastic.
I'm not surprised at all how drastically the sales are down of Louisiana seafood. And I kind of think back to when there was the green onion scare or the tomato scare or even the spinach scare. And as restaurateurs here, to protect our clients, you know, we pulled those items off the menu until we were sure that they were safe. Now, once we found out they were safe, they came right back on the menu. And I'm one of the largest users of baby spinach in the area. I mean, I could fill this courtyard with baby spinach on a weekly basis. So once we found out that it was safe, we went back on, and that's really what we're asking everyone across the country to do, is to, you know, do your research. You'll find the testing is better than it ever has been. The seafood has never been as safe as it is now, and it's time to put it back on your menus.
I think the thing that most distinguishes the taste of Gulf seafood has everything to do with the water temperature and what these fish and shellfish are eating. And so these are warm waters, and these are very fertile waters. And so I think that the seafood that we have has almost a sweet flavor to it. Our crab meat by far is the best crab meat that you're going to find in the country. Since the BP oil spill, I don't think that there's been seafood more closely scrutinized. I don't know if there's a food more scrutinized than the seafood coming from our coast. And what's in the market today is probably at a higher grade than it ever has been. So what we're going to serve tomorrow for Dine America will be shrimp and crab meat and oysters and redfish folded into a couple of our favorite dishes, like our redfish coubillon, which has kind of a variety of all of that. Crab meat served with our potato gnocchi and fresh shaved truffles. That's a hit at August, and that's something that no menus should be without. Well, Sophie, welcome to New Orleans. It's great to have you here.
Well, it's great to be here. Let's put it that way.
Especially here at Restaurant August. So I'm thrilled to death that a gallo is actually here to sample some of our food.
Thank you. Well, I'm getting hungry, so don't start too much.
More importantly, I think it's great that you're here for the fishermen and to really get the word out about what's happening here in the Gulf, and especially in these coastal communities that supply us with all this great seafood. So I hope you don't mind if I cook up a little something for you today.
No, that's what I came for in Dine America, to help the fishermen.
I think Gulf seafood is so special because of where we are located in the Gulf of Mexico. Louisiana has a lot of estuaries and inlet bays and shallow water where a lot of the seafood breeds. And it creates a very unique flavor in the seafood, especially shrimp.
Yeah, which it does. You know, I was at a seafood arrival, terminal this afternoon, and we tried some seafood that was just steamed with no spices. Just the flesh by itself has the taste.
Yes.
Very, very tasty.
And it's very interesting because I grew up in Lake Charles, so it's about 3 hours from here, and the shrimp there and the shrimp here taste different because of the waters they come from, and even in such a small amount of space, but it has this
the
salt.
Terroir is the same French.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, here at Rio Mar, we're a seafood restaurant, so we cook Louisiana seafood every day. So tonight we're gonna have a lot of the things that we normally have. We have black drum, we have Louisiana oysters, we have Louisiana shrimp. We focus a lot on Louisiana seafood, so it's pretty easy for us to promote Louisiana seafood. That's what we do every day. Louisiana seafood is special to us because it's close to us. It's what makes our heritage and it makes our cuisine unique. The quality of the ingredients, the care that's put into it, and the relationships that we form to get this seafood to us are what make the seafood so special. Well, you know, ever since we've had the problems in the Gulf with BP, I think as normally would happen in television, it becomes the centerpiece of everything that's happening, and people focus on that so much, but then they only get half the story. Then the story gets old, it dies off, they forget the other part of the story. And the other part of the story is that, you know, the seafood that we have and that we're serving has been tested constantly, it's been tested incessantly, and we trust the people that are out there making a living because they're not going to sell us tainted seafood, and neither our purveyor is going to provide it for us. I mean, there's so many levels of protection that by the time we, the chefs, get it, we know and we're confident that our seafood is pristine and it's in good condition.
I'm Poppy Tooker, and I want to welcome everybody to the morning of America's Night Out for Gulf Seafood. Some of the very finest restaurants in the United States committed to help us with our situation, the perception of Gulf seafood. You know, here in New Orleans, we know it's all delicious. We're eating it every day. But in the rest of the country, there's a lot of people who are not so sure. So tonight is the night, December 1st, that restaurateurs are featuring Gulf seafood on their menus specially to have the opportunity to engage their customers in this conversation.
For centuries, our coastal communities have fed our nation. That's where shrimp came from before this vast importation of sub-quality stuff from afar. And it's great to share this day with the rest of the country, with chefs from one coast to the next, celebrating Louisiana seafood in particular. Here in New Orleans, we do realize, but the rest of the country doesn't, that our culture, our culinary culture, is woven through the bayous and with the streams and with the rivers and with the marshes and with all the bays leading to the Gulf. These saltwater marsh, these little estuaries are the birthplace for the fisheries of the entire Gulf of Mexico. And we need people to realize their importance. We need people from across the country to realize that the seafood that they eat today, coast to coast, has been more scrutinized today than ever before. And I would dare to say it's probably the most scrutinized food product in the world. And we need to cook it with pride, cook it with love, as Chef Paul would say, and y'all enjoy. Eat well.